Greetings everybody, my name is Tommy the Keyblade Master and welcome to my channel. Well, it's time for me to look at that third game I mentioned, The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Now, last March I reviewed the NES version of this game and I told people that with the way that the Zapper was going to be implemented with the Wii Remote like Duck Hunt, if Nintendo and Konami did this, it would be possible to get this game on the Virtual Console, and that I would recommend avoiding it. But I do want the Famicom version called Mad City up on the Virtual Console because I've heard it's a pretty good game. Konami just screwed this game up in its localization. It was a common practice in the day to make games harder when they came out in America. This wasn't the Japanese companies being mean. This was the Japanese companies trying to increase the replay value for us Americans. Unfortunately, with Bayou Billy, they went too far. They took a game that looked like it was a fun, breezy, interesting idea in game and turned it into a frustrating pile of crap. So here it is now on the Virtual Console, and yes, this is unfortunately our American version. We get the crappy digital audio with it too, but it's been retooled to use the Wii Remote for the shooting stages. So how does it go? Well, once you get past the really crappy introduction of a fighting stage, I mean, the bad guys move too fast, you move too slow, and they just take tons and tons of hits to knock one of these guys down. That's how frustrating this game is. Getting past the first screen might be too hard for some gamers, and I don't mean that as an insult. It's just how broken this game is. But once you get past this part, you're going to enter the area with the zapper. The Wii U will pause to let you know you will need a Wii Remote and to press A. Ironically, if you're using the Wii Remote, your Wii Remote will be shut off, so you can press A to get it to turn on for the scene. It's a little bit busted in that sense, but the actual zapper part is pretty fun. You have to use the Wii Remote to point at the enemies and of course fire and shoot. Having the cursor on in the scene makes perfect sense just because there's a ton of bad guys constantly coming at you and things to shoot. This is parallel to a Link's crossbow training stage or a modern day light gun game, and it's a really fun experience. The only flaw I noticed in this is when you shoot, the bad guys will kind of freeze for just a split moment, and that was hidden in the NES version by a bright flash that would be produced by the zapper so that it could detect a hit. With that gone, it's a little weird to have them freeze, but overall, it's a really fun experience. Unfortunately, this stage only lasts a few minutes, and then you're back to some more fighting, and then, of course, the piece de resistance when it comes to complete crap in a video game. The driving stages, which are impossible. It infuriates me just watching the Mad City Famicom version of these driving stages because they look like they're fun. And then what they gave us here in America, where we can't move around this small road, one hit kills us, and we can't dodge worth crap. It's just completely broken. If you did good on the first three stages, everything just goes out the window once you hit the driving stages, because you just watch all your lives and continue go down to zero in no time flat, because they're just busted. I do not recommend The Adventures of Bayou Billy. It's kind of a shame they did such a good job of translating the light gun stages over to the zapper and making them fun, but the rest of the game is still complete crap, and I can't recommend it. I wish they had done the import of Mad City. I would love to have done a full review and talk about that, but I can't recommend our American version of The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Unfortunately, my opinion on this game is still the same as last March. Well, there you have it, folks. 3 new games on the Virtual Console, and I really can't recommend any of them at the price point Nintendo is offering. Wild Gunman just isn't a good game, isn't satisfying enough, or has enough depth to it to be fun. Hogan's Alley does have some charm. You might pick it up if you really want a light gun game that's not Duck Hunt. That's old school. And while Bayou Billy here should be the piece de resistance of the 3, the must-have out of the 3, because it does have a depth that you want in an NES game, Unfortunately, outside of the light gun parts, and the light gun parts are just a very small amount of this game, it's complete crap. I can't recommend it. So, for the most part, if you want to buy one, get Hogan's Alley, skip Billy, and skip Wild Gunman. Anyways, thank you for watching these videos. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. This is Tommy the Keyblade Master wishing you a good day and signing off.